struggled on points in the paint here.
Pass to Powell. And here's Wood outside. Great D that time from Batum.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And they get it back. Here's Zubats. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Zubats has got 8.
Boy, we know what a skilled passer Westbrook is, but you still got to appreciate that dime there. Very impressive.
And the Mavericks call time here. And Clark, don't you have to admire the way the Mavericks are always looking to compete?
Yeah, I like that, Kevin. It's a good point by you. It starts at the top of the organization. I mean, the team has really avoided any kind of lengthy rebuild. To their credit, they want to win, and this team is definitely capable of doing that.
And here's Leonard from 3. He's off on that one. And it's Dallas the other way.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
51 seconds left in the third quarter.
First personal
and
foul.
Jaden Hardy is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Zubats. Nobody near George. Pass to Batum. It's George on the wing. Buries it from three-point range.
George for 3.
He's got 11.
Boy, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
And here's Leonard from 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Mavericks trailed by 20. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Rebounded by Hardy. Now here's Bullock. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Back to Zubats. Here's Westbrook. And it's in. He nails the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the
Still playing.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Los Angeles on top as they end the third quarter with a massive 16-7 run. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. George, no good. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Holiday with the 3. Excellent D there from George.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
On its way from Irving for 2. Offensive rebound Mavericks. Pass to Wood. Outside Irving.
Get that shit out of here,
It's
loser.
tipped.
A capable defensive player. That wingspan of Batum, really an asset in blocking shots.
First personal foul.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Clippers.
Can't even make your free throws.
They've been lighting it up from mid-range. I love seeing that. They've made that the focus of their offense, and it's really paid off.
And we also got to talk about the damage they've done inside. The opposition having a hard time keeping that ball out of the paint.
On the wing. Rebound by the Clippers.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And here's George for 3. Powell pulls it in. And so Powell will bring it up for the Mavericks. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle, to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That'll be his second foul of the game. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. And here's George for 3.
And he really seems to just have lost his touch at halftime.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
I'm taking it easy on him. He's trash.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Violation.
He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
And he gets it to go.
Ivica Zubac.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
5-second inbound.
They're going to turn it
violation.
over. They couldn't get it inbounds that
Clippers
time.
ball.
And just a little too lax
You're a little
with that possession,
sharp.
and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Batum for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Clippers ball.
We know, Greg, the league trending towards small ball, but some teams are having success playing 2 bigs up front.
And I think the key is having versatile big men. If they can space the
Third personal
floor
foul.
and play in
Third team
space,
foul.
also be able to cover smaller
At the line for the
players,
Clippers.
why not get the added rebounding and rim protection?
And he can't hit the second. Powell with it. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
Back to Westbrook. Good on the shot.
Russell Westbrook.
One thing you can count on with Westbrook, he is always
Timeout charge
in attack
to
mode.
Dallas.
That's 24/7.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And really, whatever your take on Russell Westbrook is now, you can't deny his place in NBA history. Voted as one of the NBA's top 75 players of all time.
Looking from out on the floor, everyone. It's time to get ready to laugh for your D-Town crew. Let me hear your names and noise once again for your D-Town.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.
All you have
Clippers
to
ball.
do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
That's been the culprit, the turnovers. I mean, TOs, those kinds of mistakes have really kind of drained their confidence to this point.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard.
That's foul number 2 for him.
And now
13
only
foul.
one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
5-second inbound violation.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
You've got to do a better job of just taking care of the basketball. 4 points off of those turnovers.
And when you're behind like they are, you can't afford those kinds of mistakes and empty trips.
Left side, George. Back to Zubac. The shot off that time. Great D that time from Powell. And player nicknames are a fun part of covering the game.
Clippers
Now, a
ball.
lot of guys, GA, are just going with their initials, like KD or AD or KG. Do we need more creativity?
Clippers
I don't know, Kevin. Maybe the league could give guys a cash
Second personal
bonus
foul.
for picking a
14
nickname.
foul.
Initials excluded. That might spark some creativity.
That'll be a 5-second
Inbound
call.
violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Opponents are physical with Kawhi just about every game, but as forceful a player as he is, he just doesn't seem to mind one bit.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Josh Green.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Dallas. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
Flashing those crazy handles. I mean, major rush hour handles. So fun watching Irving handle the ball the way he does.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Straight frustration right there. And I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
The leadership of the NBA Players Association, Greg, has said they support expansion. And 2 cities which seem to be the leading candidates, Seattle and Las Vegas. What do you think?
Well, I love both. Had the good fortune of playing in both cities, and I'd love to see a team in my hometown. But bottom line, more teams means more jobs, and that's a sentiment I think most can get behind.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Off target from outside.
Like so many stars from afar, Maxi Kleber won his share of awards back home.
Yeah, found a lot of success playing in Germany. NBA scouts watch foreign leagues very closely to find guys just like Maxi. Had their fingerprints all over this matchup tonight. Just an impressive victory
for Los Angeles.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so now on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kawhi Leonard.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Connects from three-point range. Westbrook's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, and that's a big deal for Westbrook because when he starts to knock down shots from distance, it really opens up his full bag of attack mode offense.
Holiday brings the double team. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball call.
And so here is Dallas. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2.
Now at the line.
And that was the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped, and they put them on the line.
Yeah, and I'm confident Coach was reminding everybody, don't foul at the start of that possession. Obviously, he didn't get the message.
Westbrook. Back to Leonard. The 3. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
3.
Leonard's got 37.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
And here's Leonard from 3. Rebounded by McGee. Pass to Holiday. And the layup is good.
Justin Holiday.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
And Westbrook, here we go. And finished off by Westbrook.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And
they got it done.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This crowd